Welcome, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes beginners. Today I'm going to be doing a 501st modding guide, which is a team that I love very much in this game. Probably my favorite team before they did the great nerf of 2021. My love for them has definitely slowly getting lesser and lesser over time, but I still love them. Gas is still amazing as always. Maybe not countering Galactic Legends that kind of amazing, but I mean, he's still the top tier characters in this game. So today I want to share my knowledge within this game about this team to you beginners who maybe are trying to get General Skywalker for the 501st, or maybe you just doesn't understand modding very well, and my knowledge is definitely limited, but I'll try to share as much as I can so you can get it on and use this team to its maximum potential. So first of all, this is the team 501st, only 6 characters with this tag: General Skywalker himself, Fives, Rex, Echo, ARC Trooper, and Ahsoka Tano. The best team composition is of course General Skywalker and the clones. You can use Ahsoka Tano, but she can only replace ARC Trooper. That's the only one that you can swap out, because Echo and Fives are kind of a duo, and Rex is very important for the team, and General Skywalker is basically the guy of the team, so you cannot change him as well. So if you really want to swap out ARC Trooper for Ahsoka Tano, go ahead, but ARC Trooper is generally better, I think, because of his high damage and the turret assisting all the time like Ahsoka Tano, and the turret is generally doing more damage than Ahsoka Tano if you mod ARC Trooper right. So ARC Trooper is definitely better, and Ahsoka Tano is needed for other teams like Padme, Master Kenobi, or any other Galactic Republic based team. And no, she's more of a support instead of attacker. I mean, that tag is really confusing. She don't really do that much damage without Jedi Knight Anakin and General Kenobi, and even with them both on the team, Ahsoka Tano is not really doing that insane amount of damage. ARC Trooper, that's another story. He can hit hard. So if you want for the best team, definitely the first role, that's what you want to strive for. If you can't have ARC Trooper or you don't have him yet, definitely Ahsoka Tano is a replacement for ARC Trooper. Now, turn order wise, Rex, he need to be the first. You need to mod him as the fastest. Some like to mod ARC Trooper to be the fastest, so he can buff this spell, and then Rex can do the turn meter thing. It's not really needed. Like, if you're using 501st to fight anything, it really doesn't matter. The best team you can fight is a Malgus, maybe, and a Galactic Legends Rey, or a non-cat Ultimate Jedi Master Kenobi. All those situations, you don't really need ARC Trooper to be faster. It doesn't matter. And other than that, the rest can go kind of willy-nilly if you like. I like to put General Skywalker coming last so he can do this AoE and kill anyone that has been damaged by the clones and kill them off right away. That way you can instantly defeat someone before they even take a turn. And that's pretty cool. So first of all, now get into General Skywalker's modding. There are generally 2 types of modding strategy. I would like to say 3 types. First one is a high protection variant. In this type of variant, you will do 3 defense set with all protection primaries, because we don't have protection mods in this game, so defense set is the best thing you can get. Some people like to do 3 health set, which is kind of bad, to be honest, because a lot of characters and teams are now doing health based damage, and if you have a lot of health, it's gonna do more damage with those abilities. So minimize your health, maximize your protection, and you can't have protection mods, so maximize your defense. That's the way to go. And remember, his kit gives him a lot of bonus stats. With Hero with No Fear, he gains 25% defense and 15% max protection for each other 501st ally, which means he's gonna get 100% defense, 60% max protection add on to his base stat. And I personally think the mod stats that you get, the stats that you get from the mod is not counting this extra bonus, it's just from the base stat. Then these bonuses from the unique ability is also based on base stat, and plus those both base stats onto the base stat is gonna get what your final number is. So you need to maximize the base protection and base defense as much as you can. And the second one is going for high offense while maintaining a respectable amount of protection. That is what I do with an offense set and a protection and a defense set. And I don't really put protection primaries because you don't need to. You can get his protection high enough. Mine without any protection primary, as you can see. Only one. This one you gotta have to get protection because it's only health or protection primaries. And these two you can go for protection, but I go for offense because I want high offense, respectable amount of protection, General Skywalker. And you can see without all protection primaries, my protection is still at 100,000, which is pretty respectable. Plus the unique 60%, it's over 160% protection. That is enough for me to do all the things that I stated before. And my offense, look at that. Relic 7 General Skywalker already has over 10,000 damage. And if I want, I can get it higher, but it will reduce the speed significantly. So I try to sacrifice like 100 damage for a 20 speed. So this is the type of mod that I like because General Skywalker, he hits hard. He is the type of character that dish out damage, definitely not like those attackers who don't really do any type of damage. Like even if they does, it's like for what, 20,000 or 30,000? No, General Skywalker, like right from the get-go, his basic on the counter attack is gonna do like 50 or 60,000 damage, and his lead is granting him 2% extra offense, stacking whenever an enemy gets a buff. Imagine like if someone uses an ability to give his team one single buff, that's 5 buff, which means 10% offense, and just one buff for each enemy. My General Skywalker is getting over 100 offense, stacking on his base offense, and that is very valuable. And other than that, you can go to SWGOH.gg and see his ability damage, which is absurd. That is what I think the most important part about an ability, because ability damage that has abilities with high ability damage is gonna make the character hit hard. And General Skywalker having a great damage stat plus the great ability damage stat makes him one of the hardest hitter in the game. And besides, his basic with a full 501st team, he's gonna have massive like 100, almost 200 defense penetration, which is good, but not as good as before. Before he just ignores defense. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Defense? Nah, I'm not taking that shit. And these two are also doing massive damage, especially this one do daze. And if it is daze, the enemy is dazed, this one do double damage. And this one applies armor shred. And if there's an armor shred, this ability will guarantee a critical hit. And his leadership grants all allies 50% more critical damage. So I try to maximize the offense plus a 6-star critical damage primaries here. So he's gonna do massive amounts of damage. His unique special ability, both of it, is gonna do over 100,000 damage, sometimes even 200,000 damage. It's insane. So let's go into the secondary stats. What stats you're going for? If you're going for protection primary, try to get as much offense percentage on the secondary as you can. Speed is nice on him, but not really that important. I mean, like just get him to around 220 is fine, because Rex is gonna give him another extra 20%. So that's like another 44 plus on that. So if you're going like me for going offense primary, definitely try to get a lot of protection on the secondary. Like this one, offense primary, this is kind of a must because it only has offense primary. I get almost 9.5% protection, 20 speed, nice. Potency, good for him to land those stays, but you don't really need it, you just want him to kill those motherfuckers. And another 121 offense. Because of the offense percentage primary, you can only get flat offense secondary, which is good, but try to get as much protection as you can. If I would have the materials to recalibrate this mod, I would definitely recalibrate this flat offense into speed or protection, primarily protection percentage. Speed, he doesn't really need that much. I mean, I have almost 250 speed, which is massive overkill. And this one, defense primary, you can only have that, and it is very important for General Skywalker. Flat protection, okay, it's fine, but another 8.5% protection. 7 speed, doesn't matter, kinda trash actually. 4.9% offense. So this mod, I would definitely recalibrate this flat protection into more offense. But if it gets protection, it's fine. I mean, in the end, I would still want it to go to offense because I already have over 100,000 protection, which is already fine. I just want super high offense. Like imagine my General Skywalker at Relic 9, it's gonna be insane. Protection primary, mandatory. Don't tell me about health primary unless you're using him in a Jedi team or Galactic Republic team, then yeah, health. Because he does massive damage, plus his 30% health steal is gonna be massive healing. But other than that, protection all the time. 12 speed, whatever, actually pretty nice though. It means that it's a 6 space speed plus another speed roll, 6 speed roll. Potency, great, not necessary. 11.6% defense. That's what you want. And another 5.98% offense. It's even higher than a 5-star offense primary. I got lucky there. This is a great mod. Of course, if I really want to, I will recalibrate this potency into offense or speed into offense. This 12 it doesn't really mean anything on General Skywalker. Offense primary. If you have protection primary, go for high offense percentage on the secondary. Mine is offense primary, so I go for high protection secondary. 9.24% protection, 20 speed, great. 74%, another flat offense because I have a protection offense primary, so I only can get flat offense. 5.7 defense, amazing. If I can recalibrate this one, definitely recalibrate this flat offense into more protection percentage. Critical damage, definitely get critical damage. I really recommend critical damage primaries because he's gonna crit all the time, trust me. Unless there's a clause or some abilities or critical hit immunity that prevents a critical hit, he is always gonna get a critical hit all the time. Because of his 67% critical chance is actually pretty low, but his kit is granting him 50% more critical chance, plus Echo is giving him more 20% more, so it's well over 120% crit chance. So definitely a critical damage, in my opinion. You can go for offense or critical damage. Offense lets you stacking up his offense a little bit faster with that 2% offense stacking from the lead. But critical damage is fine. You want to maximize those critical hits. Another 4% offense, amazing. 5% protection, great. 14 speed, whatever. 7% potency, I don't really want that. I want to roll offense, but it keeps rolling potency, so I will definitely recalibrate this one into offense or protection. Offense primary, again, if you have protection primary, go for offense percentage secondary. Mine have 17 speed to make up for the speed primary. Flat protection, fine. 6.7 protection, great. 5% crit chance, don't really need it. I will definitely recalibrate this crit chance into protection. So this is my General Skywalker. Relic 7, 100,000 protection, 10,000 offense. Almost 80% potency, you don't really need it. I mean, Rex is gonna grant potency up. If you got lucky, it's gonna go on to General Skywalker, and he's gonna land those days anyway. And over 220 is kind of okay. 230 is perfect already. I got 247. This is definitely not ideal situation. I mean, like, not everybody is gonna waste all their resources on 6.8 mod for one character, but I just love this team so much. I love General Skywalker so much, my favorite character in the game. So I did it. You don't really have to. Just strive for high protection, high offense. Now, next most important character in this team, CT5555 Fives. He is going to be the guy holding the fort while your General Skywalker is recovering his protection. He is a tank, but you don't want him to taunt. Rick is unique ability. You want the other clones to get hit and die off, because Fives is going to sacrifice himself and give all his base health, base protection, base offense, and base speed to all his allies, clone allies, not General Skywalker. If he can give to General Skywalker, that would be insane. So there are two types of modding as well, three actually. One is a sub from the first modding strategy. The first one is the tank build, which is what I did. Here, I have 3 defense set. You want to use defense set, please. Because Fives has the highest base armor in the game. If we're not calculating any unique abilities and all that, I think if you count unique abilities, Stormtrooper Gary is gonna have the highest base armor, but just base stat without any other extra calculation. Fives is gonna have the highest armor, base armor in the game. So armor defense set is gonna benefit him tremendously. And his mastery also increases armor. And he has over 30% health steal, which is nice. He does great damage as well for a tank. Look at that. He's got almost 64% base armor plus my 16% from the mod. He's over 80% armor. Armor is what gonna reduce the incoming damage, so you want it as high as possible. Like, just generally speaking, this is not how armor works, but the idea of it is, if someone is gonna do 100,000 damage to you and you have 80% armor, it's sort of gonna like reduce the incoming damage to only 20,000. That's what armor does. So you want as high armor as possible. Then those are only for physical damage. If someone is doing special damage, you're gonna have to see the resistance. 58%, almost 60%, which is nice. Well, because special damage, they don't crit much unless you're a Galactic Legend. You're basically overpowered. But for any normal characters, special damage is not gonna crit all the time. Like, rarely crit. So it's alright. The damage is not gonna be that high. So 60% is definitely great. And the sub modding strategy for this type of modding is going for a lot of health. There are 2 types of people. One type is going for a lot of protection, one type is going for a lot of health. I try to balance it out because either way is gonna have one type of way to deal with it. If you have high protection, people are just gonna use massive damage to go through you. If you have high health, people are gonna do massive max health damage to go through you. So it really doesn't matter. And plus, the clones can lose protection while General Skywalker is in his advanced mode. So protection, I feel like it doesn't really matter that much, because when General Skywalker is sitting down, the clones are not gonna have any protection left. So I try to balance out the health and protection. As you can see, I have 80,000 health plus 110,000 protection, which is kind of balanced in a way, because I do want a little bit more protection to minimize the max health damage. And you don't really worry about speed. I know a lot of people are gonna tell you go for a lot of speed on 5s. That is because they are planning for the sacrifice, which I'm gonna be talking about on the second strategy to mod 5. This one is about the tank build. So as you can see, 3 defense set. This one you can only get offense, doesn't matter. Go for lots of protection percentage secondary. Definitely go for a lot of defense percentage. This flat protection, whatever, I would definitely recalibrate that into defense percentage or protection percentage or even health percentage. That's great as well. This is a good mod for a tank, and even if I found some better replacement, I can move this one to other tanks as well. Those who doesn't really need speed, like O-Band, you need speed on O-Band, maybe go for Kylo Ren Unmasked. You don't need speed on him, he pre-taunts. 20% defense, definitely needed. Health, flat health, doesn't matter. Flat protection, whatever. 10% protection, great. 3% health, definitely recalibrate this one flat protection into health percentage. Doesn't need speed, again. This one I go for protection because it's a good mod with protection primary, just lucky. Flat health, so unlucky I got it rolled 5 times. Definitely recalibrate this one into more defense, perhaps. And second, maybe health, but offense is good as well. Offense is good on him as well, which I will be talking about in the second strategy. Again, protection, flat defense, or whatever, doesn't really matter. 7.4% defense. Flat protection, doesn't matter. Tenacity, yes, tenacity is nice on him, but not necessary, shouldn't be your priority. You want him to counter attack because he does massive damage for a tank, and you don't want him to get dazed because without speed, his unique ability grants him turn meter, and that is very important. That makes him basically the fastest character in the team. Which is why you need to assign the arc turret to him. He's gonna take a lot of turns, even more than Rex. But if he got dazed or shocked, you're not gonna let him take turns, and if dazed, he's not gonna counter attack, so you're gonna miss out on a lot. Definitely grab some tenacity if you can. Somebody like to do 3 tenacity sets, but that personally I think just sacrifice too much. This one almost 9% tenacity, nice, but not really impacting him too much with just 1 tenacity secondary. I go for 2 health primaries here. Flat health, kinda suck. Flat offense, suck even more. 7.8% defense. 12 speed, doesn't matter. I would definitely change out this mod. That's why I haven't upgraded too much. I want to change this one. 16% health, 7% defense, 7% protection, another 5% tenacity, whatever. Flat health, because I have a health percentage primary, I only can get a flat health secondary, so that's kind of the best thing you can get. But I would definitely recalibrate this one into more defense. So here's my 5s. 86,000 health, 11,000, 110,000 protection. Speed doesn't matter. Tenacity 68%, which is kinda low, but Rex gives out tenacity up, so that's fine. 36% health still, this is a relic thing. Definitely get your 5s. Relic 7 at the minimum. 5,400 offense, doesn't really matter. This build is focusing on 5s surviving till the end, which means you win, because if he dies, it's gonna get really dicey. You need to work a lot harder to win the match. But if he doesn't die, it means you win, right? That's the mindset I'm going for. 80% armor, definitely achievable at Relic 7. You just need a lot of insane amount of material to roll up your mods to get a lot of defense percentage secondary. Not sure if anyone will do it, but I love it. This is one of my favorite tanks in the game. I just love how he's basically taunting all the time without even taunting. Oh yes, one more very important thing that I hate. Some people tell you to not apply the Omega on the cover fire because you will taunt if you apply the Omega. Applied it, you need it for his ship. His ship is kind of suck actually, but you do need it for the ship, so just get it anyway. And talking about the second strategy, which I don't really like unless you're going in for a raid or something, PvE stuff. definitely go for an offense set plus a defense set. Definitely go for defense set. Offense set is because people want to maximize the damage he shared with his clones when he sacrificed, but as I said, I just want 5s to survive till the end because that means you win. If you want him to sacrifice, that means you still gotta work your way to a victory. I don't really like that mindset. And he's a tank. That 5000 is gonna do like okay damage, but paired with Echo when he's not taunting, which is all the time, you don't want him to taunt. Not this one, Domino Squad. He's gonna do 100% more damage when he's not taunting, so he's doing just fine on the offense. He's just not giving out as much offense when he dies, when he sacrifices, which you don't want him to die, so I don't really see the point of giving him an offense set. I personally don't swap it out between PvE and PvP because I'm free to play. I don't have the credits and resources to keep taking off mods and reapplying them. So I just leave it to tank build, which is already enough. Now, third most important character, Captain Rex. There's only one modding strategy, and if someone tells you otherwise, they suck at the game. There's no way of saying that. No other way to say it. They just suck at the game. You only need speed on the guy. Speed. Second most important thing, tenacity. Speed, 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 speed all the time. I finally got a lucky roll on speed and get him to over 320. You just want him to get over 312, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 312, even in 3v3, you're gonna outrun like 98% of the Dark Raven in the game, which is just insane. Because of his unique ability, he gets 20% more damage, 20% more speed for this entire team, including himself. So 321 plus another 20%, that's like another 64 speed added onto him. He's gonna easily add almost 390 speed. That is just insane. Only galactic legends can outrun him unless you got some insane Omicron, which is a lot actually. But speed, definitely get speed on him. You don't need to care about damage, you don't need to care about survivability, just speed, 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 speed. Speed set definitely, tenacity set preferably. I'm trying to farm tenacity mods. I don't really have the resources to do that just yet. I'm currently trying to do it, but I got super high speed on the secondary for this health mod, so I put it in. For the moment, I will definitely change it to a tenacity set because you don't want him to get ability block. You want him to keep popping up the form out to give more tenacity to the team and use aerial advantage to delete characters. That's his job. Give turn meter, delete someone. Give turn meter, delete someone. He doesn't do any damage at all. Actually, he's doing like what, 7,000 damage even on a critical hit. He sucks. Just speed all the way. And upgrade him to Relic 7 if you can. He has a ship. Not really useful, but when you're farming for Negotiator, before you get all those great ships, actually there's not really much good Galactic Republic ship. People say Jedi Anakin's ETA is good. It sucks, trust me. Every ship is programmed to gun down Anakin's ship right from the get-go. You're not gonna get anything out from him. So every Galactic Republic ship sucks, but with Negotiator, they are above average. So if you are using Rex's ship, get him to Relic 7, upgrade all his abilities, all the Zetas, definitely a good character for that. If you don't really use his ship, Relic 5 is enough. Even Relic 1, you just need speed. Get him to Tier 13, give him all the speed. So this is my Rex, 76,000, definitely a bit higher because, you know, I have Helmets, but you don't really need that because nobody is gonna gun for Rex. They're gonna be too afraid that 5 is gonna sacrifice. Nobody is gonna take any damage, trust me. Speed 161, definitely can improve that. Tenacity, definitely trying to improve that. I really want a tenacity set. Look at that, 50%. Oh my god, that's so low. Echo, definitely the fourth most important character in this team. He is going to do constant high damage throughout the battle. So you definitely want a tenacity set on him to prevent daze or any way that can stop him from assisting from each 501st ally's basic attack. And he just does so much damage when he crits, of course, but he's gonna crit all the time with his basic because, and special ability as well, because whenever a clone, not this one, copy that, yes, whenever a 501st ally critical hits an enemy, Echo is guaranteed a critical hit. Plus he gives out 20% critical chance to the entire team. So that's nice. And he has a very low critical chance as well. Yeah, 40%. So General Skywalker gives 50%, that's 90, plus his own 20%, that's over 100. And plus he's gonna guarantee a critical hit if the last one doing a damage is a critical hit. So he's definitely gonna crit. I know very low physical offense. Even a Relic 7 offense set, offense primary, he still only has 8,000, but what's good is the special offense. As I said, special offense is always gonna have higher base amount than physical offense because they have super low crit chance. Look at that, that is just molest. 18%, come on. Plus it's unique, plus General Skywalker's leadership or unique, I forgot. That's only like 80%, not even 100%. But do time it out right. Use General Skywalker's unique ability because Echo is not gonna assist. So General Skywalker doing unique ability and he critically hits. Echo's coming next is gonna guarantee a critical hit. Throw this AoE out and look at that. I have a critical damage primary to maximize the damage. 12,000 special offense on a critical hit. Trust me, this ability sometimes it's just gonna delete the entire enemy team. You need a lot of offense on this guy. Offense and tenacity. Trust me. 75 definitely can improve it. I mean, I only have a tenacity set. Even without tenacity primary is already 75. If you get a tenacity primary, it's gonna well over 100%. Plus Rex gives out tenacity up, which is nice. And be careful, this one deals physical damage and this one deals special damage. That's what you need. That's why you need offense set instead of critical damage set. And plus the offense set is gonna make General Skywalker's lead that 2% offense stacking stack even more over time. Not over time, I believe the 2% is based on the base stat, not the current offense stat. So 2% on that 12,000, 1% is 124, 2% is 240, so just constantly 240, 240, 240, keep adding on to it. Once you do the AoE and get a critical hit, everyone is gonna be dead. I don't care if you're Malik or anyone else. One critical hit, you're guaranteed to kill someone, and if 5 sacrifice himself plus that 5,000 onto his stat, one critical hit, all the team is gonna get blown away. And that's that. Arc Trooper, definitely one type of modding strategy. I mean, some people like to do speed. They just use him as a support to buff this build. Are you kidding me? You got a guy who can hit 100,000 damage on his special ability and 5 to 60,000 on his basic, and you're gonna use him as a support? Are you kidding me? Just put lots of offense on the guy and try to avoid a critical damage error primary, because this turret is gonna do true damage, which cannot CANNOT, cannot critically hit. So you want to maximize his base offense stat as much as you can. And my turret is hitting for over 20,000, so that is another extra 20,000 damage add on to every attack that does with the turret's assist. And at Relic 7, mine is over 11,000 physical offense. Definitely strive for this one because 11,470 gets me like 20,086 turret damage. So you can get maybe 11,400, you will get probably 20,000. So try to strive for that as much offense as you can. Don't I mean, get some speed on him. He's a fast character, 177 base speed if I'm not mistaken. So it's easy to get him up faster than Rex sometimes. Like, I remember when I just started with this team, my Arc Trooper is faster than my Rex. It's insane. But of course, I got better mods for Rex now, so Arc Trooper is definitely the second fastest on this team. Even look at that, 6 speed. I got 285 speed on him. You don't really need that much speed on the guy. He's fast generally. Definitely get offense primary, offense primary, offense primary, and get a lot of offense secondary as you can use for offense primary as well. Look at that, 4% offense, 4% offense secondary, 5.3% offense secondary, and try to get more crit chance as you can, because Arc Trooper can crit but the turret doesn't. So Arc Trooper is still gonna do massive damage with the critical hit. And as I said, General Skywalker gives 50%, Echo gives 20%. He's well over 120%. He's gonna crit all the time, and he crits means Echo is gonna crit and the turret doing damage. This team is just doing so much more damage. And look at that, crit chance doesn't matter. Health and protection really doesn't matter. You just want crit chance, speed, offense. Survivability, 5 is gonna take care of that. You don't have to worry about survivability. So this is my Arc Trooper, 285 speed, doesn't need crit damage primary. Health steal 25%, great. He's gonna do massive damage and he's gonna heal a lot. 11,000 offense. Don't need to see special offense, it does physical damage. And yeah, that's Arc Trooper. And lastly, if you really want to use Ahsoka Tano due to the circumstances or the state of your farm, Ahsoka Tano can be useful. You will get a lot more assists, because Echo is gonna assist based on basic ability, and Ahsoka Tano is gonna assist when someone uses special ability, so it's gonna be assisting all the time. Plus, his basic is gonna constantly buff this spell debuff on your team and healing herself up, which is nice, and it can dispel foresight, which is great. But other than that, she really doesn't do anything with the 501st actually. Yeah, that's the extent of her synergy with the team, so I don't really like Ahsoka Tano replacing Arc Trooper when Arc Trooper is doing so much more damage. Ahsoka Tano, definitely Relic 7 her. She's great in the Jedi Master Kenobi team, or with Cat in general, and she has a decent ship. Definitely has to work on the consistency of her damage on the ship. Sometimes she can hit over 100,000, but most of the time she doesn't. But she has a very nice buff dispel and a self-cleanse on the ship, which is another topic. I only use her for Relic 5, so I can take her into the Rancor raid. You can go 3 health set, so she can go into the Padme team, Jedi Master Kenobi team. Even in 501st, it doesn't really matter, she doesn't do that much damage. Although she gives herself offense, I believe, or max health, and yes, critical chance. Yeah, don't really need that. Offense set is kind of a luxury. I just do it because I like offense mod and defense mod, and I really want her to hit hard, but she's just not hitting that hard, which is a waste of my mods and my materials. And don't really need speed on her, you just need over 220 or 30, because she's gonna grant herself 50 more speed. Base 25. If she has crit immunity, that's another 50, so she's definitely taking turns, and you don't really need her to have speed focus. Focus on health, because she heals herself up all the time. Tenacity if you can, because she's gonna constantly doing assists. You don't want her to get dazed or healing immunity. And you want damage if you can. I just put a critical damage on her, because she's gonna critical hit all the time because of a unique, granting so much crit chance. And she has a very high base crit chance as well. So it's not really that hard to mod her. Definitely go for health. Offense if you can. Tenacity definitely. Other than that, just get some speed if you can. If you can't, just give him a speed primary here and she'll be fine. And that's it. 501st, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely a great team. Not a team that can beat all the team because of Galactic Legends, but before Galactic Legends, even pre-nerf, Galactic Legends is no contest up against this team. So if you got them, don't worry about it. They are still top tier teams in the game. General Skywalker is still top tier characters in the game, and he has a lot of plug and play viability. He can reduce max health no matter which team he's in. He can apply daze, armor shred. He's still gonna do massive damage even in other teams. He's just a great character overall. 5's definitely a great tank. Rex, definitely one of the best plug and play character in the game because he's so fast. Echo, you kind of need the other clones or any Galactic Republic kind of base team or clone base team. Arc Trooper, great damage dealer. Other than that, he's not doing much. Just focus on damage. Ahsoka Tano, if you can, try to avoid putting her in this team. If you can't, definitely can work as a replacement for Arc Trooper and Arc Trooper only. So that is my share on the 501st team. I know this video is kind of suck because of my speaking ability. English is not my native tongue, I know that. I will try to improve that. I'm trying to improving it now. And that is a grammar error already. Oh my gosh. So I hope my limited amount of knowledge can help you in your journey in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Have fun. If you want to go for General Skywalker, definitely try to mod them right to maximize the potential. And all the Zetas is helpful, so get all of them. Yeah. Have a great day, and as cheesy as it sounds, may the Force be with you.